part of the puzzle was how it helped the infants. Above all, if you can stop infants in their first year from dying of stomach upsets, dysentery, diarrhea, then you can effect a medical revolution. If we could cure those sort of things in the third world today, it would cause enormous difference to such people. So how were infants who weren't drinking tea affected by tea? My first theory was that it was the mother who was no longer sick. And a lot of the infections are passed on to infants. They're breastfeeding, so they're not drinking the water, but they drink from the nipple, which the mother has diarrhea, dysentery, her hands are dirty, it gets in the child's mouth, her breasts are dirty, her clothing is infected, and so it was being passed on like this. So if the mother doesn't have dysentery and diarrhea, then the infant is much less likely to get it. That was my first theory, and that's part of the explanation. The second half, though, is something I didn't realize till much later. When I was talking to a doctor, I noticed my granddaughter, when her mother ate baked beans, it had disastrous consequences. Likewise, when her mother drank coffee, she wouldn't sleep. So I talked to a doctor about this and said, oh, this was a lady doctor, and they said, oh, don't you know that, mother's milk passes on a great deal of what the mother consumes? So I put the tea theory to her, and she said, yes, of course. Much of the phenolics and the antibacterial substance in the tea would be passed through the mother's milk straight away to the infant. So that's how the infant stopped dying. Because the puzzling thing was that the mothers were stopping dying, the fathers were stopping dying, and the infants all at the same time, so it had to be something affecting the whole family. So you got in these little Manchester workshops and cellars and Liverpool, people who were sick in many other ways. They were worn out, they were exhausted, they were badly fed, they were badly clothed, living in appalling conditions, and yet they had the energy and they had just enough health to create this unique revolution, to go through one of the hardest times in human history, to convert our world from an agricultural to an industrial one. Without tea, I don't think they could have done it.